Hello world, it's JWP, J Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from my bedroom. Check me out on YouTube at JWPTube, Twitch, JWP Stream, Facebook, JWP Meta, Patreon, JWP Patreon, and Discord, link in description. So it's come to my attention that my load times for my plugin I'm developing, Sweet Spots, are noticeably long. So I'm going to do some testing and see what is contributing to these load times, specifically reloading the GUI. So in order to do that, I'm going to open the Sweet Spots project, and I'm going to start with vectors. So this is pretty vector, vector. There's many vectors in this specific control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. This goes under experiments, and we'll call this folder load times. And we'll call this vector. Yep. Get that now, and I can save again. I'm going to containerize this just so it's inside of a container. And I'm going to call this vector load. I'm going to go in and make sure there are no patch memories, which it looks like there is. There's some for color. These can go specifically. They don't need to be there. These can go. This stuff can go. Yeah, this is specifically vector base. So I'll also pull these. What are my codes here? So blank and black. Not sure why that didn't work. Maybe it doesn't work like that. Reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't want to work, so it looks like I do in fact need one. I can't have any, really. I'll just push everything here to the back, just so those spokes, so to speak, are visible. As far as what it looks like, it doesn't really matter. And of course, I'm going to have a bunch of wait time bringing all these plugins in because I do want them to be separate. Okay, what does that look like? Whatever. Still there. That's what's important. So I'm going to save this. Either export. We're going to call this vector load. Vector load again. There's no inputs or outputs. I'm just going to export it. Save file. Sure. And I'll get synth or File Studio scanning. Perhaps I should do a few of them before getting it to scan. So I'll do a new one. I'll bring in a container. Open here, subcontrols. Go image. And then, what's this other one exactly have? Not a whole lot, right? Just vector art. A couple empty containers. Okay, so this one will be just raster art. in order to do that. Is that it? This is way more heavy than that other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 different vector pieces. So I guess to make that fair, perhaps I'll do 25 images. Let's get some bigger images though. I'm not sure exactly if that's gonna affect it. I imagine it will though, so let's get at least a reasonable sized raster image. Okay. Sort of, I guess. It's not really that big. Compared to how big this is, it's about the same, I suppose. Yeah, about the same. Except the other one has way more because 25 components, right? So I imagine 25 rasters is equivalent. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And we'll go 20. And we'll grab 5 more. 5. Okay, so now we'll containerize that. And just go view on parent, view on module. They look all scattered. Just to make sure they're all on screen kind of thing. Okay. I'll do a quick export of this. This is raster load. Perhaps I should get some ins and outs. I forgot about those. Save file first. Sure, this is gotta be saved to its appropriate location. We'll call this load times vector. That should be vector load. We'll call this raster load. Okay. And then we'll need one more, and this one's patch memories. I know saving patch memories takes a while. So we'll call this patch load, PM load rather. I will just give it a full name. Load patch memories or patch memory. Well, the other ones were singular, so this can be singular. Again, we'll get into here. There's nothing visible on the desktop for that. I have, let's just go with all the different kinds, or just the out, or the ins. And that gives me what? That gives me more than 5, so not 100% sure what I want to do here. Blob can go. Blob never gets used. It's actually seemingly almost impossible to use in a regular SynthEdit project without third-party modules, so I don't even know why blob exists in the vanilla SynthEdit environment. Okay, so just like before, I guess I'll get just a pass-through. I'll do a pass-through. However, I'm going to save it first just so everything kind of is in the same position. Actually, I need 25 first, right? Just to make everything equivalent. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. So save that. We'll call that patch memory load. Build that just so it remembers its name. Save file first, sure. Okay, so now that those are all built, I'll get FL Studio scanning for them. going to take a little while, and at this time we'll take this opportunity to... What is this doing open? Did it not save itself? And we'll go by dates. Load times, this was vector load, so I'm just going to rename this. Okay, so it's there, and I'll just do a through. Why did it go that way? What? It's the same, it's just weird. It's funny. Okay. So I'm going to close that and save it. Check back with FL, still loading the lists. That's kind of why I didn't do anything. Let's put these all into a container. So it's 25. No, I don't want that mod. Containerize. Yeah. Okay, let's go show on parents. No, it's not doing anything. Okay, it's just patch memories. Okay, let's save that. Patch memory load. This is vector load. What's that look like? And then what is that, raster load? Let's get rid of this guy. Vector load, vector load. I got 2 vector loads. Okay, so let's go with a raster load. And I don't think I want to save this, no, because the other one's open. Okay. And this needs its through. I was planning to do a complete project, however, I felt it was time consuming and I need to get to finishing my project up. So besides this is kind of sort of a better test where we're focusing in on exactly what's changing load times. Because yeah, my other one took like 30 seconds to load. I don't have it built right now. So it looks like FL's done. I'm going to start exporting. Save file first, sure. And then we'll keep exporting here. Okay. Oops, did I need to export? Yeah, I need to export, okay. It's not asking me to save file first because they're already saved. I'm going to open my previous build and I'll build that and I'll compare the load times. So now that those are built, I'm going to bring them in. To believe most of them are effects. They're all effects. Go under new. First I'll bring in my sweet spots and we'll see the ridiculous load time somewhere. It's still under codename Primo spots, so. But it will be final name sweet spots. That's quite a while. And it does that every time. So I'll minimize the GUI and we'll reopen it. It's like 1, 2, 3, like that's may not seem like much, but when you're in the thick of mixing and stuff, like when you're got ozone on the master, what is it, sweets? Got ozone on the master and neutron on every other channel. Let's go master assistant, blah blah blah. I'm waiting for it to play audio, so let's play whatever. Oh, it needs audio. Figured it might just flatline everything. Or I could just load a preset, it'll be faster. So go all purpose, whatever. Still not enough. However, you'll just have to take my word for it. Once things start to get heavy and you want to go in and do things. And it's actually seeming like it's loading faster. It's still noticeable. So let's see what's making it noticeable. This is a vector piece. All of this stuff is vector. Everything is vector. Besides whatever bitmaps are being rendered, I don't know if the scopes and meters are, well, the meters are vector as well, but the scopes might be generating bitmap. Okay, so they'll be barely noticeable load times, like instantaneous. However, between the different ones, what's noticeably slower? I mentioned vector. No, vector, everything seemed to load pretty instantaneously. Okay, so now let's up the amount. I'm just going to drop a default on this channel. Oop. Come on. It's not letting me drag it. Maybe just my fingers aren't aligned. No. Okay, so let's go browse somewhere here. Browse, file, browse states. I'll be able to drag it from here. Okay. That's just to flush the other ones. Oh, it did load, whatever. Okay, so let's up these. This can be closed now. Doesn't need to be built again. So vector load, we have 25. Let's try 100. So it's 25, 50, 75, 100. And of course, this will take longer to save as the things grow. X out of there and save and build. That was quite fast. Let's go 1,000 for now. So that is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Just to, really stress it instead of, slowly stepping into it. It's balls to the wall, which is a fighter pilot reference. Nothing derogative there. Save. So let's see how long it takes to save. Did it just instantly save? Yeah, just instantly save. So export. Okay, so that's 1,000. Oh, I got to put them all on screen, I think, eh? Which is not too hard. Okay, so we'll save again, export. Okay, and then we have patch memory. This is the one that generally gets pretty heavy. Tends to bog down the system. However, it's not a visual element, so it shouldn't contribute to load times. So that's, what is that? Let's say 25? 25? It's 50. 75, 100, and then we'll go 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, zoom out, and we'll grab all this, and we'll go 1,000. All right, and then one way you can quickly check how many patch memories we have, we click our most parent container, and we go to parameters here in the properties setting, hit details, and we now have a list of all of the parameters. And if we scroll down, I don't know why it's not showing all of my patch memories. Maybe because they're the same name or it hasn't reloaded fast enough. But generally, this is where you go to see how many patch memories you have. And normally, there's a number on the side. I'm not sure what's going on here. I know that these are H25, are they not? Probably because they're not individually named or the system isn't reading it properly. However, that's generally how I do it from here. And yeah, it's not giving me the full readout. Just fine, I'll just build. Save, and then we'll build that. And save was quite fast, if you noticed. So maybe because there's no data in them, that they're seemingly transparent, because that's 1,000. And that shouldn't take that, it shouldn't be that fast to save. So something's not right there. perhaps I might have to build a full project. Okay, so that's 25. I'm gonna minimize these, or rather remove them from the module just so I can get them to fit better on screen here. It's 25, 75, 50, 75, 100, and then 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and then duplicate that, and we'll get 1,000. And that's quite a bit. I mean, it looks like quite a bit. Okay. So we'll save, and we'll build that. Head back in FL, and we'll load them up, and we'll see now which one takes longer. Did I do the vector properly? Like, are they all on screen? Yeah, it doesn't look like 1,000, but I guess there is 1,000 there. Honestly, it doesn't really feel like it. Oh, because there's 25 vector components for each knob. It doesn't look like a lot. There's actually only 25 visible. However, each component has 25. Okay, so patch memory load. Near instantaneous. Raster load. A little bit of a delay. A little bit noticeable delay. Vector load. And like a lesser delay than raster, it seemed like. So I'm worried that this isn't a comparable because I don't have that many. I mean, I'm using vectors, and that's right too, but each one of mine I have 16. Well, that's 25 though. Give or take all the extra. And then we'll look back here again. See, that's a noticeable load. It must be the combination. And each screen kind of pops up quickly. So all in all, it must be just the combination of loading. Have that. I got something going on in the background that shouldn't be going on. Definitely worth putting under the microscope. I'm really worried that it's the patch memories though. So I'm gonna, for a final test, I'm gonna load up some patch memories with data. Just give their patch memories a control sort of thing. Browse here. Okay, so that's emptied. Because in my experience, patch memories are the ultimate contender for being annoying as far as load times, save times rather. Okay, so we'll go patch memory float, and then we'll stick well, because I'm using vectors, we'll go with vectors. And we'll want that animation position. And then we'll do your standard control. So we'll go float to text and text readout. Oops. Value. And that'll give us sort of a emulation of a standard control. And I imagine that should hopefully give us more of a readout. Okay, so we'll copy that twice. We'll go 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and then we'll just copy those. Okay, so it's 5. Really massive, 5, 10, 15, 20. So we'll stick to 20 there. 20 controls, and then I can take that to those 20 controls and go from there and make them into 100. We'll take it easy for now. And we'll call this control load somewhere. Save that and experiments, load times, control load. And I'm going to look, and hopefully I have a decent amount of patch memories here. You notice how fast that saved too? That's not a good sign, because it means that even with 100 patch memories, I'm still getting a minuscule amount of test specimens, so to speak. So it does look like 100. And I think I was doing 300. So let's build that. This is called control load. Copy that name. Attach it to the export menu. And we'll give a random, we'll say CTL0. I'll put a stereo pairs, okay. Save file first, sure. Because then it'll save that information I put in the export panel. And now I have to reload again, which is going to take a little while. Oh, didn't take any time at all, in fact. So control rolled 100 controls. And you can start to see that it's taking a little longer to load. I just want to get all of them visible. Okay, we'll save again. This time we'll up it to 200. And let's make sure those are all visible. And save and export. Gotta make sure it's not loaded. Okay. So this is 200. It took a little while there. How long does it take to save? It's so fast, but when I build projects, it's so much slower. See, it took a little while there. It's noticeably taking time to load, opposed to something like, of course, everything's all over the place. I should put codes on them. Raster load, which is instantaneous. Well, no, it's not, eh? It's still kind of taking a moment. This one's quite a bit faster, even. It's gotta empty that again. Okay, so now let's get up to, so what is that, 200? I don't want to do like 400, we'll do 300, we'll just keep increasing 100, so actually we'll do 500. And that's way beyond my spec for my current project, so I don't know exactly what's contributing to, let's go build 3. Load times. I don't know exactly what's contributing to load times. Like, what is the biggest contender causing load delay, sort of thing? Export, I'll put stereo pairs, vector load. Did I load the wrong one? Yeah, I'm fiddling with the wrong one. Okay. So it's not specifically elements on their own. Cancel. Did I save that? I probably did save that. I'm a control load. So that's 400. Let's just go 1,000. And we'll see how long it takes to save. 2468, one more. That's 1,000. So save. It took a second there. Not compared to how long it takes a real project to save. Primo spots here. Let's go in here, and I want to look at how many patch memories I have. There was a number somewhere. Maybe I got to assign indexes first. See, there's a little bit of numbers over there. I do remember like it's showing a number amount. See, look at how small that thing is. So it must be patch memories. Because even with control load, okay, even with, 1,000, okay, so that's reasonable amount. It looks similar. The control on the side. But this saves so much faster. I swear I remember there being a number over there. Shuffle indexes. Shuffle down. Assign indexes. First index 0. First index 1. Okay, so it's assign indexes. Assign index. Still not giving me anything. I swear there was a number over there that told me how many I had. Because I had to come in here and turn everything private. I'm pretty sure it was 300. And now I'm up to 1,000 here. Let's go control load. And this is 1,000. Okay, so we're getting a noticeable delay in load time. So it must be something else. In conclusion, it must be something else. Something specific to some of the background triggering, which I'm not sure I have too much of. I've eliminated it because I used to have a sort of a preset control system where when you rotated the knob, it triggered springs to put the value into specific values instead of having to calculate what they were. It was like a loadout of springs. And that didn't work so well because every time the interface would load up the GUI, it would trigger a spring. It would trigger that spring, and 16 times, in the background is not a good number. So I reduced my load times a little bit by removing that system. Actually, I don't know because I haven't done a prototype yet. However, I'm going to call this stream there. Check me out on YouTube at JWPTube, Twitch, JWP Stream, Facebook, JWP Meta, Patreon, JWP Patreon, and Discord, link in description. Thanks for watching. Until next time.